You can reach your dreams. I believe in you. Hi everyone, welcome back to another Scotty Karate video. The best little YouTube channel you've never heard of. Today we're going to be talking about something very simple but very important. Reach your goals and don't let no one stop you. Having goals is one of the main ways to improve yourself and get what you want out of life. This is extremely important in today's society, especially with all the negativity that we have around us, honestly. Everyone is so quick to bring someone else down instead of lifting someone else up. So it is very important, especially as a martial artist in the martial art realm, to learn these things and build yourself up and build up those around you instead of knocking people down. It is super common and it's really upsetting, honestly, on how many people will go in and point a finger and say someone's like, "You're not doing that right. He sucks. I can't believe he doesn't know what he's doing. He has a black belt. How dare he wear a black belt? He's not a black belt." Okay. Or boost them up. It is so much easier to tear something down than it is to build something from scratch. So if you have a new person in your dojo, just started, they suck. They're new, they're a fish out of water. They got no coordination. Maybe spend an extra few minutes helping them. One thing I like to do, is with everybody, honestly, I don't really care, but especially new people, is when they come in and if I notice that they're struggling with something during class, let's say it's simple as knowing how to do two things at once, like they need to block and punch at the same time. Let's pretend that's their hang-up. And I see they're struggling with it. Instead of letting them struggle or pointing a finger and making fun of them because they can't get something as simple as doing two things at once, understand that most people have limitations. Most people have issues. Most people have those things where they weren't good at it. And what would happen to you if you would have had someone just beaten down on you? Would you have succeeded? Or would it have been harder? I think it's harder. So one of the things I do is I always try and single those people out. So let's use John. John, for example. He's a new guy in class. He's trying, but you can see he's struggling. Say it's something simple like he's unable to punch and block at the same time. Two things at once, right? This is common, but the reality is let's say he's struggling. Well, I have an option now. I can leave it alone. I can go point a finger, hey, you can't do it. Or realize that everybody needs help sometimes. And that's when I like to go in and help. So what I'll do is after class, just for a few minutes, pull him aside, say, "Hey, John, come here. I want to talk to you for a minute." And then I'll give him some feedback, as it were. And say, "Hey, good class today. You did good on stances and, your punching. It's looking a lot better." Give them some confidence. Understand that not everything is negative. There are some good things they're doing. And then give them some reality. Okay, so it looks like you're struggling on blocking and punching at the same time. And they'll be like, "Yeah, I know, I'm working on it. I'm trying." And you'll see people instantly get defeated because they're so used to people being negative of just pointing a finger and punching down on them. That's when you boost them up. Well, yeah, absolutely. I see you're working on it. It's not a big deal. That's one of the things I wanted to talk to you about is this is something that a lot of people struggle with. Don't stress about it. Here's a couple of things that I do that might help you in this scenario. And then give them a couple of things. Work with them. And nothing else. Just give them the understanding that you understand that it's not expected that they're perfect and that if they're struggling, oh well, good. Observation, these things are good for you, these obstructions. You'll be a better person once you're through them. It's not always a bad thing. And giving that motivation is key because so many people need it. And like in this scenario, they might go home and practice more because of that. Or if at the very least, maybe they just understand that you aren't expecting them to be perfect at it right now, and it's okay if they're struggling. Not everybody's perfect. Not everybody is naturally gifted. Not everybody walks in the dojo with 10 years of martial arts experience at another school. And they just need to catch up to your style. Like a lot of people, they've never done anything like this before. They're uncoordinated. They have no balance. All these things. They have to learn that, have to develop that. It takes time. And giving somebody that positivity is key. And it's good for the dojo. The morale of the dojo is a big factor. Because if everybody's miserable because they have one sensei or one black belt or whoever is just all the time telling them they're useless and they're worthless and they don't have good technique and whatever, they're going to quit. And at the end of the day, you're going to have issues. Now, I don't mean only black belts should do this. You can be a yellow belt. You started a month ago. Don't care. Look to your left, look to your right. You see anyone struggling, give them a boost. There's no reason not to. What's it going to do? Make them feel better? Come on now. Be a good person. That's the best part of martial arts, is having that camaraderie. Being able to count on your karateka. Having that, like that fear bond, as it were, where you train all the time so you're bonded. This is how that works. And if you have a bad bond, because they're always makes things a little miserable. So this is just simply try and be positive. Try and find good in people. Someone you're training with, they're struggling with something, it's okay. It's okay that they're struggling, and maybe you have the answer. Maybe you struggled with the same thing. You're like, oh my gosh, doing a block and punch at the same time broke my brain. It broke it. And then one day, I remembered X. And that made it just click. Maybe that insight, sharing that with them, will make it click for them. Simple video. Didn't want to get too heavy into this, but it's just one of those, I see it all the time where people are so negative, especially in martial arts for some reason. I don't know why it's so prominent. But it shouldn't be. Not in my opinion. I am first to look at somebody and go, oh, you can do X that I can't do. That's awesome. Show me. I'd like to know how to do X. Why on earth would I pick on you because your form is a little off on XYZ? Or I'd rather boost you up than tear you down to make myself feel better. Because here's what's going to happen. I might make a friend. Look over at the aisle and say, let's pick on John today. John, and he's really good at something that I'm not at. Doesn't matter if he's lower ranked than me, higher ranked than me. Doesn't matter. Say he's really good at a front kick. And maybe I'm struggling with it. Maybe I'm just looking at his and just in awe because he's just smooth. And I'm like, I'd like that. How's he doing that? What's the worst that can happen? I make a friend. He gives me tips. He helps me. Now I'm better. Negativity's got to go. Just does. If you have any comments, have any suggestions, have any things that's happened to you, maybe somebody's, came and helped you out and it meant something to you, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. Like the video, please give me a thumbs up. Like, comment, subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell in the corner so you know when my videos are posted each week. And as always, the more you train, the easier the fight.